everybody, and welcome back. I'm Debbie with Debbie's Journals, and if you've not been with me before, I appreciate you tuning in. And for those of you who have watched all my flips and other art journal items that I've posted online, I really appreciate you coming back. I shared a part of my art journal, gosh, it's been a couple of months ago, so I thought I would just share a little bit more. I do have to tell you that this is where I left off before. Some of the next few pages are really, really awful. And I don't say that because I want people to say that they're not, but I was practicing. I did not know about spray inks and alcohol inks, and those were some of the first things I got, and I kind of practiced with them, and I didn't like the way they turned out when I did them. And maybe I need to go back and just get some tutorials on specifically on using those products because I didn't think they turned out well. So anyway, I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to do another bit in here and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some of them I really like, but anyway, we'll just get started. So these are some of the ones where I was just practicing, and the colors are pretty, but really I just never finished it because I didn't know what else to do with them. On this one, if you can see all the white in there? That's actually a clear gel pen. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And I should have gotten it out so I can show you what it looks like, but I did not. So anyway, I thought I could get it real quick, but I can't find it. It's kind of like this, except it's clear. This is a milky. We had to write on there the different things that they were. But there's a completely clear one. So you're just drawing on the page. You cannot see what you're writing. So it makes it kind of difficult. But it was, I guess, a tutorial I saw somewhere. And then I sprayed alcohol inks on it. And then what you drew shows up. And anyway, it was fun to do, but I'm not really sure what to do with it now. So probably nothing. And this was some inks that alcohol inks that come in a bottle and you drop them on the side of the page. And it's supposed to go spread around the page, which it did not because you actually have to have a glossy surface to do that on, which I did not know. Anyway, the colors came out fine. I did some stenciling. I sprayed through some stencils and I did a little bit of texturing. I guess what I really need to do is just find some kind of a focal point, a big flower or, I don't know, some collage piece, and then write a sentiment on it and then be done with it. These, I really just hate these pages, but, well, I shouldn't say hate. Again, I was just practicing, throwing things on the page and see what happens, and obviously this one's, it just needs to be painted over, I think, and started all over again. But anyway, so we'll just move on past that. And here's some more spray inks and some inks I was trying to drop on there and see if I could get them to spread. I think I had gessoed this page and I thought maybe that would help, and it didn't. Again, the alcohol inks, you really need a glossy surface, like a glossy cardstock surface. On this one, I saw this somewhere on Pinterest, or I'm not sure where I saw this idea. So you put masking tape down and then you spray. And then lift the masking tape up, which leaves these white places, and then I journaled in those. So this was just about our 4th of July, a couple of years ago. These are just pages where I put extra paint on. So like I'd be working on a project, and I'd have a little bit of paint left over, and I would just splash it on here. So then later I would go back and do something over it, but I didn't do anything over these. But you'll see some of the others that I did do. This page, I took this from kind of instruction, whatever, from Daisy Yellow. I mentioned Daisy Yellow in my last flip through this art journal. I took a lot of my mixed media inspiration from her. I love her stuff. So if you've not ever looked at Daisy Yellow, I'll put the link below. But she has a lot of interesting things, and she's not so much about doing something perfect. It's just like kind of throwing things on the page. And she does some where she puts similar colors together on a page, and then she does some where she puts just absolutely all different kinds of colors on the page, and she makes it look really good. But anyway, I had some purple things, so I just started my little purple page, and around the edges I think I had done some spray paints underneath, which you really can't see. And then once I glued everything down, I went back around it with oil pastels. So that's what it's done in between. Anywhere there was a white space, I did oil pastel. This one I definitely copied right off of Pinterest. I did some spray inks in the background. This is just painted black. I just made a little line here and painted it black. This is a tree that I printed off of Pinterest and painted it black and then just cut it out. And then I just wrote the little sentiments on there with Sakura Jelly Roll pen. The white one is awesome. It really just writes on anything. And then I made the little stars. So anyway, I kind of like that. That was fun. This one, I wish I had the website where this came from so I could refer back to it, but I do not. This was, you were supposed to write on here anything you wanted to really, and then kind of cover it up with paint. And I did that in some places. In some places I left the writing. It was all about prosperity and abundance. And the rest of this is napkins. So you take the napkins, and there's tons of tutorials out there about how to put napkins on your art page. But anyway, you put them on, I think I Mod Podged or just regular glued it, I can't remember which. And then just did some painting around the edges and did some stamping with bubble wrap. And this one, another one of those where I put masking tape down, except I think underneath it was something really ugly. So I painted it all black, kind of starting over. And so then I did the masking tape thing. So these were just some things we did on that particular day. And then on the black, I used the Jelly Roll pen and I did J's for my grandson Jackson and some L's for my grandson Logan. And then I just doodled the other ones. Anyway, that was kind of cute. I like the way that turned out. Some more just putting just scrap pieces of paper together that are similar in color. This right here was an index card I was working on, and I didn't like the way it turned out, but I just tore out the pieces I liked and put on here. Same, this mostly is magazine images that I had left over, and I just, like they're cute and I liked them, but I didn't have anything to do with them, so I just put them all together and threw them on a page. And then this one I really like. This again came from inspiration from Daisy Yellow, and she just does all kinds of interesting things. But these were just scraps, plain out and out, just ends of scrapbook paper. I cut them all to kind of make them like rectangular in shape or some little square shapes. And then once I got it all glued down, I did some oil pastel around the edges, and then just kind of did a little bit of whitewash over it. I don't know if you call it whitewash, but anyway, just some little splotches of white, and then did a little bit of texture of white. And then I had this blank page. I'm not sure, I never did anything with that. Some collage of some fall items I had left over. And then I was drawing this really cute, or I thought it was cute, houses. These are stencils, and the whole page looked like this underneath, and it was intentional. And then you put the stencils down, and then you paint all over it and put the stencil back up, and just you have the background color still there. And I just kind of lost my mojo on that and never finished it. It needs some doodling and some, I don't know, just some finishing touches, which I'm just not really sure how to finish it, so I just kind of stopped. And then this was another practice page. I had some leftover green paint from something else I was working on, and I got these great texture paints from Michael's. And I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of got I used a flower stencil to put it through, and it kind of shines. And then they were on sale. It's like Martha Stewart textured paint paste or something. Anyway, I was just messing with them and trying to see how it turned out. Trying to figure out if I'm going to use them on something. And that's pretty much it for this section. And then there's one more section that I'll do at another time. That was a lot of fun, and I will be glad to show that one off. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully, if anything, this shows you that you can just put anything you want in your art journal. It's really just yours. And sometimes they turn out good, sometimes they don't. So anyway, see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.